Now, I know it's been over a week since you've seen this team. We introduced this team, we introduced the players, but I'm here to tell you this right now. This team no longer exists. Let me explain to y'all what happened with this team and how high school completely shifted forever. To explain what happened to the team, short, sweet, and simple, jealousy plus envy led to fighting. Literally, players stepping on shoes, taking jump shots, getting pushed in the air, teammates slapping each other. Everybody try to prove that they're the top dog of the team. See, this is what happens when you recruit the best players across the country, and some of these players have attitudes. Take Derek Carter, for example. The quote-unquote head of the snake is picking on a freshman. Like, Derek was really trying to be a sweat. Look how he just pushed his teammate out the way, dunked on him, and then started dancing like it was cool. You got players like Cam Cartier dressing like he's fresh off Men in Black, like he's fresh off a funeral, with the shades on. Derek Carter elbowing his teammate, and you see what timing he's on. Literally, fresh Men in Black, fresh off a funeral. It's over. Cameron was feeling himself so much he dunked on Derek Carter and started doing the LeBron silencer with the shades, with the Stacey Adams on. It's safe to say that Derek was kind of a Jordan Poole because, as you can see, he just snatched his lip completely out the air like a middle schooler, scores on the other end, and just starts talking crazy. Even our bigs was going at it. And you know Jalen Wagner, he's here to just have a good time. As you can see, he out here cheesing. He's just cheesing, smiling, sliding. To be honest, I feel like Cam's mission was to mock Derek Carter by any means necessary. Like, he even did his point to the sky celebration. He was on demon timing. Let's just be honest. Yeah, it's pretty much safe to say that Cam Cartier was on his Jimmy Butler type vibe. He got players out here showing all this emotion, screaming. It all ended just like this. Cam Bird open three, bang. They weren't having that, so they had to run it back. But this time, instead of it just being a normal outside court, they had to get in the lab. Same teams, and this how that went. And it's safe to say Derek was not having that in the second go-round. Drains a three in Cameron Cartier's face. Next play, you got Jalen Wagner attacking Derek Carter. He said he's too little. Get up off me, brushing off his shoulders. Our Sean out here throwing dimes to the big men, and even our bigs once again are showing emotion. Like, it was really about pride at this second game. It wasn't about who was the best player on the team. It was about who's the best player on the country. Then you got players like Amari Harris, who wanted his name to be very well known. Like, two-hand dunks, has his feet all in the air. No Josh Christopher, ain't gonna lie. No Josh Christopher, but he out here flexing on his teammates, showing he's the big dog of the team. But what happened after this? This was pretty much the end of the team. Yep. As you can see, Bird loses the ball. Sean and Bird are fighting for the ball. Cam got a little aggressive. Sean wasn't having it, slapped the ball out of his hands. They talking crazy like they not teammates. Getting in each other's face. This is no longer a team. This is a battle for the number one player in the country. And at this moment, this is when it got personal. And to end the game in the most egotistical way, Jalen Wagner hits the game winner while turning around, wearing a Kobe jersey. But it has his last name. We gonna skip past that. You can see it has his last name. We just gonna skip past it. But he eyes Derek Carter, who's supposed to be the team captain, turns around and ices the game. And at that point, this was no longer a team. Something had to be done. But even though that happened, that doesn't necessarily mean that the story is over. Before we get into what the team looks like now, let's give a quick update on what the players from the past and where they transferred to. Two-way guard Hakeem Parsons is now transferred to Duncanville, who is now teamed up with top players Tyson Abdul and Ron Holland. Both the Camerons decided to transfer to the Rebel Warriors to create a God Squad. Adonis and Arshawn Hudson transferred to IMG. As you can see, he's making his name well known already. And you already know Lee GM had to make that call. Bronny recruited Amari Harris to Sierra Canyon. Last and certainly not least, the quote-unquote head of the snake transferred to Montverde Academy. They go team up with Cooper Flagg and Sean Stewart. At starting point guard, we have a shifty guard, Sharif Johnson. Many people may remember Sharif Cooper and Robert Dillingham, but he low-key better than both of them. He low-key nice. Y'all just gotta stay tuned for him. We picked up an Asian big man, Michael Coleman. At the wing, we picked up a high flyer, Darian Prescott. I ain't gonna lie, he low-key Zach LaVine-like, but we'll just have to see on that. One thing about these Oakland team, they must love them some Steph Curry, because they went and picked up another Steph Curry look-alike. But now heading into the main characters of this new storyline, Rayshawn Churchwell and Reggie Chamberlain, a.k.a. Reggie Smooth. Now, RC3, I ain't even gonna lie, he's one of the most dominating centers in high school. As you can see, he's finna send that out of bounds like a volleyball player. And you're gonna have a hard time trying to get a layup on him. And you got RC33. Now, Reggie is kind of that, quote-unquote, the next LeBron type of player, but we'll just have to wait on that too. He got the nickname Reggie Smooth due to some off-the-court things that y'all see later on in the storyline. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. This team is pretty stacked. And if you don't believe me, here's the overall. Yep. This team is overly stacked, to the point where they call themselves the High School Avengers. Now, as we seen earlier, just because you stack a lot of players on one team doesn't mean they all get along. Only time will tell to see how this team will gel. With that being said, we'll see y'all in the next game.